We're here at the IAS. We're here with Romesa from Pakistan, and you're one of the youth ambassadors.
Yes.
Who has shown up to do a number of things at the conference, but mostly to integrate the youth into the conference in a very formal way. And if you would describe what you're actually doing here more specifically.
Okay, so basically I'm from Pakistan and I'm working for a community-based organization which works for the betterment and empowerment of my marginalized community, which is MSMNTG. So by attending this conference, it helps me to building a tangible links with other CBOs and NGOs and CSOs. So that will help my community to understand what policies and what kind of program designing is going to be for them. So, and it also helped me to bring front the problems and the social culture of the MSMNTG in the country. So the policymakers may know what are the ground realities before developing the program design. And definitely being a youth ambassador obviously helped me to get in touch with other youths and to know about them, what practices they are being following in their countries. And it will also help me to save the time instead of being the things which can cause the time limits and which will maybe, I think so that will also in a kind of save the time. So it will also help, and definitely I'm very thankful to the IAS to selecting me for the Youth Ambassador program, and it will definitely beneficial for me as in person and as well as for my community.
So what has jumped out at you at this conference maybe more impactful that you didn't expect, maybe that was kind of like, oh, you know?
You know, when you see the panelists and when you see the sessions and when you hear the voices of the youth and even the adults, you go to the ground realities what they are facing, and that was the moment you got touch in with them and to know, yes, we are not the behind and we are not the only one that we are facing this problem. So it is kind of a joint run to the race, in the race of the going to the age to the end, and we can't think this before 10 years ago, but yes, we can now think of 15 years ahead. So the goal for all of us is to the end the age by the 2030.
This is the future now.
Yes.
So what are you going to be taking, what would you say the most important thing you might be taking away here tangibly, other than, I guess you said programming, yes, which would be very important to you, and so you can learn what others are doing. But do you learn a lot about the cultures of other countries?
Yes, definitely. When you see other people from the other countries, you will know about what culture are they from and what practices they are being followed. And what I'm going to taking from this conference is I don't want to sacrifice for my community, because when you sacrifice, you let them to think about that this is I'm doing for you. I want to help them from my heart, bottom of my heart. And I don't want them to sacrifice in any cause or being in any depth that cause them serious harm.
But you become empowered here, as you mentioned, in a way. And do you feel that now you're going to be in a position to empower others, yes, back where you live, because you have this strength?
Yes, definitely. When you learn something, you are learning to teach others as well. So what I'm getting here as the empowerment or the betterment, I definitely going to implement in my country, especially not in my country, but largely in my city, so that I can help my community and my marginalized segments of which are at the high-risk populations. So because the high-risk population are the most key element to work for them. And definitely my empowerment will going to benefit them.
Is this your first conference?
Yes, this is my first conference, the 8th conference.
Well, wonderful, and I really appreciate you spending the time with us.
Thank you.
Let us know that you're pulling it together and making it transferable to your country and your cities.
Yes, thank you to you for inviting me for the interview, and I'm hopeful that this conference will benefit others as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.